A shed update, and one thing I've been doing is I have been adding foam floor mats to the Ark. I've started upstairs too, and down here I've got one more section to go, and that's down there at the end. I can't use my rolling chair, rolling back and forth, but that's no big deal. I just have to pick it up and sit down with it. But anyway, it's nicer, and it's nicer on the feet too. So anyway, that's on the to-do list, to put the other section of the floor mats. But a shed update. And first up, I've been cleaning up, trying to get stuff put up, and this is a ODG Studios Blue Max base. And Blue Max was the movie with the World War I plane with George Peppard. You don't necessarily have to use a World War I plane to put that on. I mean, you use this base for anything. But anyway, ODG does foam-filled bases, and I have a little section for them over here. I've been slowly acquiring ODG bases. I got some resin ones, some foam ones. The foam ones are the way to go, because bases are extremely heavy, and these are feather light, so that's the way to go. Anyway, gorgeous base. I mean, really, if you've ever seen their stuff, I highly recommend getting it. So we're adding another ODG Studios base to the Ark. Kitty cats. This was number 2 at the hobby store. This one was more expensive than that one, which that was it's about double, because you get more parts to it. But anyway, I like armored cats, so anyway, that's my my second one, and hopefully I get some more of the little box ones, because you know, you get all different cats, because there's actually 2 of them on here if you actually look at that. But you only get the one. You get the one with the flat ears, and then there's that one back there, which I need 2 of these, because I'm gonna, if they don't have a solid black one, I'm gonna make one. I'll have my assistant in model kit for them. But anyway, I like these. I think these are just absolutely nuts. Anyway, very odd, and you know, gotta have it. So we're adding another armored cat to the Ark. Gundam, and there's a place here in town, they sell Gundam stuff. They basically sold all their models because everyone wanted the Gundam, but no one wanted the parts. They had Gundam lightsabers. You got a 2-pack here for basically $3, which I thought was a good buy. But I've never heard of this company, Mr. R. Back on here, yeah, Mr. R. I have no idea who that is. Anyway, so I went ahead and I picked them up, and I thought, well, this will. I need the blue one. I got the red and the green, so we're gonna need to look out for the blue. But anyway, I thought that was different, and you can always use all kinds of weapons, even if you don't want to use it for you know, Gundam. You know, whoever has the laser sword, where's Mr. Star Wars at down there? And you know, anyway, adding lightsabers to the Ark. Then there's God, they even had hands. I thought, man, that's a good buy. I have to buy that. You can always use hands. You don't have to use them for Gundam. You use them for you know, whatever scale that the hands will fit. These are 1/100, so they might fit anything in science fiction. But anyway, I like parts, so I think they're always usable. And I got some rockets, which they were just cheap. But anyway, adding Gundam parts to the Ark. And of course, I'm slowly picking up my my little pony model kits. This is Fluttershy. I think I like them. I mean, you could, if you really want to, you could really pop them off the tree and you know, sand them down and glue them together and repaint them. But anyway, I think these are entry-level kits for the kiddos, because I got Rainbow Dash to go with it, and that's the style kit. And because I didn't know, I was learning when I was buying My Little Pony. That one is the style kit. That's a starter kit. You can see how you get less amount of parts. So anyway, then there's you can get a 2-pack one, which I should have bought these when they, I saw them when they first came out, and I really should have bought them. But anyway, that's another story. But we're adding Fluttershy to the Ark. Again, slowly cleaning up here, little as Aztec Dummy would say, a potpourri of things. I've been slowly adding business cards to the Ark, and I found time slips, which if you ever had any of his stuff, it's and I got a few things over there, That's his. Anyway, he makes excellent stuff. And anyway, I've been slowly adding little business cards and other little things to the art. And then again, cleaning up. I'll never use them, but you know, testers, glue and tips. This actually came in a kit that I bought, and I thought, because if you ever buy a kit at a garage sale or any other place, you know, always look in it. You always find goodies. And the tester glue tips were in there, and I thought, well, that's an old school thing. I thought I'll just throw that in here and add that. Aztec, which, you know, 44 cents a long time ago. And I'm a big fan of the Aztec, and I kept it in here because I actually used it when it's somewhere in there. I actually have a couple incarnations of it, and I went ahead and, since it's in a wooden case, I kept it. I just thought it'd be a nice addition to the art. Don't have much airbrushes in here anyway, and I was a big fan of the Aztec because it was helped me learn to airbrush quicker, and I think it's an excellent tool. But anyway, Landscapes of War. I actually won this at a model show in one of the raffles. It's an exquisite book. I mean, it's like almost step by step how to do it. And I can't remember when I was stuck in a bunch of stuff when I was trying to slowly clean it up, you know, trying to, you know, put things away and get rid of a few things that just, you know, sits for a while. But anyway, I thought I'd add this book since pretty much just diorama materials. But anyway, I don't know who the gentleman makes it. Plus, it's volume 1, which, you know, by Rodrigo Hernandez Cobas. We'll add him in as volume 1. I thought, well, you know, number 1, we'll add that to the art. I did buy this book though because I didn't have it, and I wanted to have. This is the Verlinden Way, volume 1, number 1, by Mr. Verlinden. And it's got most of his stuff in here, and I wanted it because it was his first issue, and I just thought it would look. I got a few Verlinden collectibles in here, and I thought, well, I'll just add this. We need just a little literature here in the art to make it, you know, just to make it get a little reference material and little ideas while you go flum through it. But anyway, we're adding Verlinden Way to the art. And of course, you know, I do like I like my junior kits, and there's a consignment store here in town that I frequent because the lovely ladies that work there, I like to go and visit them too. Because they do sell toys and they do sell models occasionally, and this was there. This is the Revell Junior kit, the Jeep, and I don't have this one. Of course, I don't have the box, but anyway, we'll work on that. We'll try to get one with the box so we can have that. Anyway, I like them. I know they're toy-like, but I mean, just for a basic, I know it helps kids build, but if an adult wanted to build it, I mean, it's just endless what you could do. I mean, you know, strip it down and add, you know, whatever to it, you know, post-apocalyptic, it's just endless. But anyway, I didn't have this one, so we're adding the Revell Junior Jeep to the art. These just came out, and I really wanted them because they're just odd. The AMT, I guess, garage maintenance tools and everything. 1 and 2, you basically got to buy them as a set. You know, I like them because you get tools, you get some odd stuff, and you do get figures with it. Wish they had some females with it, but you know, that can't be begging. But anyway, I like them. I think they're just, I think they're great, and I think they're usable not just necessarily for car modelers. I mean, they're 25th scale, so we can come down here. Might be a little smaller, but you know, we can use them with the MAK, you know, stuff like that. It's just so much you can do, and I just think it's just odd model kits. But anyway, so we're adding Tip Top Shop and the Weekend Wrenching to the art. And this came out a couple weeks ago. The old Runabout, which they didn't really change anything on there. They added they changed a little hole in the bottom, added the stand, which that's a nice touch because I do like their I do like round 2 stand, dome stand. But anyway, let's go to the archives. If you want to notice something, the AMT came out many years ago in the 90s. They came out with the Runabout, which you know, you had to have like 3 or 4 of these because you know, different names of ones they used on the show. And then you got to have the Yellowstone that Harry Kim had on Voyager, or what he was working on. But anyway, it's a nice touch that they did with the box art. They reversed it, you know, the old one going that way, the new one going that way, which I thought was a nice touch. Anyway, I think it's a great kit. It's one of them little unsung kits that you just really enjoy building. It's just it's just a good fit all the way around. My only, my complaint, like everyone else, don't get an interior, and I've seen a few aftermarket interiors out there for it. But anyway, I always thought about trying to do one for it, but who knows, we may or may not. But anyway, we're at the runabout to the Art. I went to the Goodwill, and the Goodwill had a model kit, and I couldn't believe it. I about fell over. Pretty decent shape, a little crushed in, but this is a 70s era Revell Blue Angels, and really good shape. I mean, box-wise, a little crush here, a little water, but no big deal. Anyway, I thought it was an excellent buy. And it's 70s, they did the long boxes. I don't know why they really did well, I do know why. They actually did 32nd scale planes, and they were using the same style box, and they would bag up, like the 4 here and a few other things that they did. But anyway, I thought that was a collectible antiquity there, so I thought I would keep that and add the Revell Blue Angels to the Art. I've been wanting this for a while, and I finally could get one. This is the $6 Million Man Fight for Survival, which was number 4 in the series, and now I have a complete set. I got the Evil Rider, I got the Jaws of Doom, I got the Bionic Bust Out, and of course the Bionic Woman. So I got the whole set now, and I'm very, very, very pleased. And I don't know why these kits, for some reason, are going up in price, which that just blows my mind. I know he's throwing an 8, but it should be like the Sasquatch, should be Andre the Giant's head. And I know someone in, I think in Canada, makes a head conversion for this, which I may have to, I'm going to try to get me one so I can make it somewhat even more complete for the $6 Million Man, which is one of my favorite shows. But anyway, adding the $6 Million Man to the Art. And last but not least, we got Starscream. And Starscream just came out, and Transformer kits, which is done by Flame Toys. The next one after this is Bumblebee, which I'm waiting for it to basically get to the States so the price will drop down. But anyway, I think the Transformer kits are just absolutely stunning. I mean, they're basically Gundam quality if you ever built them, but just everything on it I think is just very little seam work, and it just fantastic kit. I know they're gonna make Thundercracker, which I think is one of the greatest reissues of all time. Is if you take a kit, and because there was 3 planes in the original series: Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. They were all the same, just painted different. Which I thought, they can do the same thing in models. But anyway, Starscream, which I'm pretty current now. I got Attack Mode Prime, I got Nemesis Prime, I got Starscream, and I do know that there's another Prime coming out, which is from the comic book version, which I like it a lot better because he looks more like the 80s one. But anyway, Starscream, we are adding him to the Art. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. I finally warmed up so I could do this. We're adding Starscream, we're adding Verlinden literature, adding the $6 Million Man, Star Trek, garage accessories, and of course, cannot forget, we're adding more kitty cats too. The Art. So that's what I've got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.